right, so I went ahead and ordered some more of these Tool Grid socket holders. Gonna get rid of these trays. I've already started on some here. So we're gonna fill up this space and get them all on Tool Grid. So let's get this wrapped up and see what it looks like. So as I'm progressing, organizing this, you see how great that looks. One reason I love Tool Grid is because, I mean, look at this right here. With these socket holders, the generic kinds, these are more or less meant for the chrome sockets. So on these thicker impact ones, I end up having to flip it over. Now, obviously you can see the footprint. I'm only taking up this amount of space for that versus this. But again, I mean, I get to control how far this goes out. And then there's obviously room for expansion if I want to. And you'll see that later on my stubbies. But, I mean, you can pretty much set the sockets where you want them. And just like these right here, you go in a row, you know. Obviously, I have the deep, mid, shallow, and stubbies. So, same for these. This is how that's going to go, and then I'll do the 1/4 inch. But that's why I like Tool Grid. So let's keep going. All right, so that's how it is now. So there's gaps here, obviously, and I let those gaps out on purpose so that way later on down the road, if I want to fill it in, I know I need to fill it in. But at this point, I'm pretty unsure about that. If I spent all this time going out without, you know, a 6 semi-deep and then 6 through 9 on these swivels, I probably won't need it. But again, I'm gonna leave it there. Haven't decided yet. OCD may kick in and be like, hey, you know what? You need to buy the rest of these. Same thing here. Have room to expand out to 22, obviously. But if I'm getting logic speaking, if I'm getting up, I would say anything past 18 mil, I'm going up to 1/2 inch drive. There's no need for 3/8. It's just more for aesthetics than anything else. But pretty much bigger size sockets, anything from 18 on up. My general rule of thumb is I'm going for 1/2 inch. So that's where the power lays at. That's where the weight of the socket's at. On these lighter ones, you're not really going to break anything loose. If something's really stuck on there, you need a heavier socket anyways. So, all right, guys. So that's that. I got some other stuff lined up. I'm probably going to Tool Grid this thing as well, too. So, all right, guys. All right. So I ended up using a lot of the 3/8 1/4 inch. So that was the plan on this anyway. So I'm going to get some more in order. So that's how she looks. Everything is buttoned down. I'm not putting the sizes because these can be moved. But, I mean, that just, to me, honestly, is the best way to organize. Now, obviously, you can see here, I mean, this is a good example why I got from, what is it, 6 mil all the way down to 24 mil. Okay. Now this expansion set I was never intending to get, but obviously somebody had posted it up, so I was like, I have to have it. And you never know with these kind of things or these deals, they may not end up carrying them anymore. So it's always best to go ahead and grab it. You have it, you know. Now obviously, the funny part is on the 1/2 inch, the normal size only goes up to 22, so which is right there. I'm pretty sure I can eventually find that. Not 22. Yeah, wait. Yeah, it goes up to 24 anyways. Now, I imagine I won't find 25 and 26, but just never know. So I'll probably do the same thing, but this is only, I think this is 27. There you go, there's 27, 25. So I'm pretty sure somebody may make a stubby 25, 27. I'll try to look for one, laid out the sets, May or may not happen. But anyways, on the 1/2 inch, they obviously only fit up to 24 on the rows. Now I can't expand, but again, so. All right, I'm not gonna dive too deep on this. I'm gonna save a tour for this. So I'm gonna redo a tour. That's why I haven't done a tour yet. Word of advice, don't buy these sets, tool grid stuff from the tool grid website itself. I found it better to go on eBay. I think these are authorized sellers for tool grid. But the best part about them is they run promotions. So the more you buy, obviously it's going to happen because, I mean, when you start collecting sockets, buying sockets, and for a variety of reasons or whatever the case is, different jobs require different socket sizes, and then what eventually happens is, you buy that one socket like this right here, right? I bought this to do U-joint bolts. I just needed that, sometimes just run up that bolt. Anyways, I may end up buying another one. So you end up buying this whole complete set eventually, and you start amassing more sockets, and that's what ends up happening. That's why, normally these start off as okay when you're building your collection. You get your sockets on there, you're like, all right, cool. This is all I need for now. And then eventually it becomes, you have shallow and deep becomes shallow, semi, and then deep, and then stubby, and then so on, and then you have magnetics, you got swivels, and the whole thing kind of blows out of proportion. And then you have this where, you want to expand out. So that's why I like tool grid, okay? All right, I'm gonna catch y'all later. Oh, let me go ahead and do this tool haul real quick. All right, so nothing special. If you ever go to Dollar Trees around the place, these are awesome for grease. Went and picked up another pack. Figured I'd share that with y'all. Any kind of greases, but great for applying greases, okay? Especially the thick kind. And I think these are all the same size bristles. So anyways, there's that. All right, so here recently, now if y'all remember correctly, I had a box here. I ended up giving that to my nephew who moved out on his own. He just finished college, just started working. But anyways, I've been around him since he was young. He's always loved helping out, working on cars. So what I did was I went through all my tools, whatever, obviously redundancy, but I built him a toolbox with the basic hand tools, sockets, ratchets, pliers, you name it. And part of that was obviously the 3/8 and 1/4 inch sockets. So I gave him those socket sets, and then just like needed to replace them. Now I've gone through and try to figure out what the best option was. I was eventually tempted to go with Snap-on, but for the money on a 3/8, I've already got a lot invested in impacts. I don't use a lot of chrome, and this set was actually on sale for $90, and then I had a gift card for doing some blood work. You get some bonus points on this health app I got. Anyways, so there's a part number 8550, and it has to work, obviously. So that's what it comes with. Those are the socket sizes. Y'all can go online on Amazon, look up that part number, and this is 92 set. So here it is right here. It comes in this little cool case. You lift up, voila. Okay, you got the deeps, get your shallows, some more extensions, universal joint. You got a stubby 3/8, very cool. You got your standard fixed head 3/8, and these are the 92 ratchets. Nothing wrong with that. These 92s, the gearing are very good. We'll get those lubed up, of course. And you put some super lube in those those ratchets. But yeah, so, and of course you got the, always make sure when you buy gear wrench stuff, even though they're good, sometimes they will send you duplicates. And I don't know why. I've had this happen to me twice. All right. All you have to do is just go onto their customer website and say, hey, look, y'all sent me a duplicate. This is the size I actually was supposed to have. They send you another one in the mail. Okay, no big issue. But I do like the fact that all the metric has and everything on there. The sizing is pretty good. So there's that. There's your standard. All right, guys. So this is part A. I got some more coming. So like I said, I gave him my 3/8 and my 1/4 inch chromes. Majority of those were my old Craftsman stuff that I had left over and some other stuff. So, and funny part is I gave him my gear wrench ratchets as well too. So I ended up getting some back. But all right. Well, hope y'all had a good weekend. Y'all take care. And stay safe as always.